Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to this video. It is Thursday the 8th of October, 2:30 p.m. UK time. So this is hot off the press, released 10 minutes ago. Netanyahu to bring UAE peace deal for approval in the cabinet Knesset on Monday. Historic Abraham Accords signed in Washington last month must still be approved by ministers and the legislature. So the foreign minister Ashkenazi was in Germany and he was meeting with the UAE foreign minister, this chap on the right hand side this week. I'm not sure if you were aware, but they were meeting in Germany and they were discussing the Abraham Accords, and now this is going to be brought forward to the Knesset and the cabinet on Monday. This is Times of Israel, and Arut Sheva reports the same thing. Headline news: government Knesset to ratify UAE peace deal. PM to bring agreement with UAE to the government for approval next Monday before bringing it to the Knesset. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will bring the peace agreement between Israel and the United Arab Emirates for approval by the government this coming Monday, ahead of bringing it to the Knesset for approval. The cabinet ministers, who will convene through a video conference, will be asked to approve the agreement signed on September the 15th on the White House lawn as part of the Abraham Accords signed by the US President, Prime Minister Netanyahu, and foreign ministers of UAE and Bahrain. The leaders are committed to the historic peace process and recognize the importance of maintaining and strengthening peace in the Middle East and around the world. The leaders have stated that they are putting an end to the rivalry between the peoples and embarking on a new path. We want to put an end to extremism and conflict in order to provide all the children in the world with a better future. We strive for a vision of peace, security, and prosperity in the Middle East and around the world, the agreement said. The agreement with the Emirates includes many clauses dealing with the cooperation between the nations in many areas, including the establishment of embassies and the creation of significant tourism, but there are no details on how this will be accomplished or a timetable for carrying it out. The Palestinian Authority is mentioned in the agreement, but it is relatively marginally in the document, and there are explicit comments to the Palestinian authorities. The two states are committed to working together to achieve a solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict through negotiations that will meet legitimate aspirations and the needs of two peoples. The peace agreement with Bahrain will not be brought to the government for approval at the same time as the agreement with the UAE. Okay, so they are going to bring the Abraham Accords to the Israeli government, and that is happening on Monday. The same thing is in the Jerusalem Post cabinet to vote on UAE peace agreement next week. Lapid is to float what Times of Israel is calling a doomed no confidence motion to replace the government and out Netanyahu on the same day. So this is happening on Monday as well. And although the Times of Israel say that this is not likely to happen or not likely to pass, subsequent to this is an article by the Times of Israel which says that the Yamina party is now only 3 seats behind the Likud. So that is Bennett, Naftali Bennett, and he has caught up to Netanyahu, and he is only 3 seats behind. So this article says that it will not pass, that they won't find 61 votes, but we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to let you know that this is also coming up on Monday, this no confidence vote to out Netanyahu. So this would mean that the government falls and that it is dissolved. Here you can see poll closing the gap. Bennett's Yamina trails Netanyahu's Likud by just 3 seats. And here as well we can see polls show Bennett's Yamina pulling 23 seats, Likud dropping to 26. So bearing in mind that Likud was way ahead in the polls in March, and now it has dropped all the way back. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully we go before this, and this is after we have gone. But they are about to bring the deal, which I believe is the Daniel 9:27 covenant, to the Israeli government on Monday. I love you very much, and I'll see you in the sky.